poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, everybody, get in here. It's time for a legendary show, all right? So we got a lot to talk about. Wendy Williams not returning, but the show will be returning on October 18th. People are upset with Dave Chappelle. The trans community is not having it with Dave Chappelle. Nicki Minaj can be subjected to pay up to 15, maybe even $20 million for ignoring the lawsuit by Jennifer Hough. And lastly, Blac Chyna goes on a COVID vaccine rant. I mean, a drunken high rant in the airport. So sit tight, grab a snack, and in the words of Wendy Williams, come on back. Let's get into some things, all right? So first on the list is Wendy Williams, one of my favorite celebrities, as you guys always know. And if you don't know, now you know. Well, Wendy Williams has pushed her show back from September 30th to October 4th to October 18th. Now, the show will come back on October 18th. However, Wendy Williams will not return with the show. They will be replacing Wendy Williams with co-host throughout the next few weeks. It's no word on if and when Wendy Williams will return to the show at all. In a statement posted on the Wendy Williams Instagram reads this: the Wendy Williams show will start airing originals on Monday, October 18th, with an exciting lineup of guest hosts and panels to be announced shortly. Wendy continues to be under medical supervision and meets with her medical team on a daily basis. She is making progress, but is experiencing serious complications as a direct result of Graves' disease and her thyroid conditions. It has been determined that more time is needed before she is able to return to her live hosting duties. Wendy is a valued and stalwart member of the Debmar Mercury family and has been so for 12 years. We want her health to be her top priority. As soon as she's ready, she will be back in her treasured purple chair. We very much appreciate the respect for Wendy's privacy, as well as all the good wishes from her fans, station partners, and advertisers. Now, here's what I think about the situation. A lot of people are saying, well, here's what I think about the situation. Honestly, as much as, I like to see Wendy Williams on television and I'll miss her, it might be time for her health to get rid of the show. I've said this before. On one end, I'm like, okay, if she's sick, people get sick. They miss work. Maybe we shouldn't cancel the show. But at the same time, Wendy has a history of canceling and going on hiatus and having breakdowns and mentally this and mentally that and drinking and this. And I don't know what's going on. And I just feel like Wendy Williams probably should take care of herself first in all aspects of her life. The television show might need to cease just because she can start to live a more private life. I think the more that she's on television, the more that people will still be invested in her private life more than what she says about other people. You know what I mean? So I think that she will be constantly reminded about, her failed marriage and the misery that comes with that. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be somebody online picking away at her business. Perhaps if she ended the show and she kind of got off the grid for a little bit, people would still talk, but they wouldn't talk far as much as they talk now. Every single day we see you talking and giving your opinion, people are going to be picking her apart every single day. And that becomes a lot of pressure mentally and physically. And so for me, I think that for her own health wise, it might be better to leave the show. Now, I'm hearing that Wendy Williams also purchased a $4 million condo. It says, this is by the Sun, Windy City. Wendy Williams buys a massive $4.5 million New York City penthouse as she suffers health crisis and pushes back return of the show. The talk show host announced on Tuesday that Wendy will not be returning for the upcoming season as she is not ready to be on camera. Wendy purchased a multi-million-dollar penthouse. Okay, the high-rise is located in the financial district overlooking the skyline. Let's look at these photos. Okay. These are some nice photos. Wow. Beautiful home. The condo has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. The home has granite countertops and high ceilings. Us Weekly reported that the TV personality purchased a multi-million-dollar high-rise a couple of months ago. The Sun confirmed the sale of the property, which is located in the financial district overlooking the skyline. 2,400 square foot. The 2,400 square foot apartment includes 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, high ceilings, granite countertops, and a spacious balcony views. The luxury condo also has access to a gym, indoor pool, game room, spa, movie theater, sauna, and steam room. It appears this is the apartment that the TV star has been renting since filing for divorce. The purchase comes as the star is undergoing serious medical issues, causing her to press pause on her daytime talk show. So, well, it looks like Wendy Williams could possibly be getting ready to get comfortable and possibly retire. You know what I mean? Get ready and just kind of start focusing on herself, which may not be a bad idea. So it'll be interesting to see what's next for Wendy Williams. Hopefully she can get better. You know, I would hate for, something super serious to happen to her. So pull through, Wendy Williams. We'll be here rooting for you. I would like her to finish out this season at least. Now, I don't know if there's any word that there will be a next season because they usually they were starting to renew her at every 4 years. Wendy Williams, I don't think has 4 years in her left. Then they were doing it at every 2 years. I don't think she even has consistent 2 years left. She can barely get through a season. So there's been no announcement of renewal yet. I think if they do decide to renew her, they need to renew her at a season at a time. And if it gets to that point, just cancel the show. So Wendy Williams, good luck. And we'll be watching. Blac Chyna's on that shit again. I don't know what's going on with Blac Chyna. She was either on a coke rant or a drunken rampage. Blac Chyna apparently goes off on the whole entire airport over the weekend because someone asked her to take a picture. Then she went on a rant.
Community is that nobody wants to get checked out. Go get checked out. It's sad. And it really blows the fuck out of me. And y'all want people to represent for the black community, for real. I don't give a fuck about the driver, seriously. And we're gonna represent for the black community, do that. Go get the shot. Take the shot every 10 years.
Hell yeah.
The same shit that you have to do, the same thing that you have to do to enroll your kids if you got kids. After all these fucking right bitches are
I feel you, girl. I feel you. That's what, yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Hell yeah.
So this is why grandparents is dying and shit. My grandmama been dead. Check this out. My grandmama been dead. My grandmama been dead.
R.I.P.
And I've been that. That people that's richer and gonna keep getting rich. And the poor is gonna fucking get poorer. So go get the fucking vaccine and stop being stupid.
Hell yeah. Preach.
Nah, I knock niggas out for a living, ho. And I'm a no cap from DC, from fucking DC to Miami to LA. That's like living in what's up. You can't fuck with me. Can't get in my business. And this is all real rap shit. No cap shit. And all the bitches that's laughing and shit like them hyenas. All that.
Something is really wrong with Blac Chyna. This is real rap shit. No cap shit. You knock bitches out for a living. Only thing Blac Chyna is knocking out is an 8-ball. Clearly. I don't even know where to begin. Where don't make me call Tokyo Tony. Cause I will get Tokyo Tony on the line. I almost was about to call Tokyo Tony right now, but I didn't want to put her in this. Tokyo, come get your daughter. She's tripping out, she's whacked out, and she's cracked out. Blac Chyna needs help. I've been telling you guys this for years. You've been saying I've been a hater. Blac Chyna is on that shit again. You don't remember when she was on that shit? Out in Las Vegas. And the makeup artist and the stylist and everybody, no one could save her. Tokyo Tony was freaking out. Blac Chyna has a lot of deep-rooted issues. And she is self-medicating. A lot of people in Hollywood and LA, they do this. You know what I mean? They start self-medicating because they don't know what else to do. And they just lash out. Now, what was interesting is the security guard, they just let her go off. And a lot of people felt like, well, why did they let her go off? Well, at the end of the day, they work for her. If that's what she wants to do, that's what she's going to do. However, they're not going to touch her. They're not going to move her along because you know why? She's paying them. Okay. She's paying them to protect her. So as long as no people get in the way or no one tries to touch her, then she's fine. However, I would have said, Chyna, let's go. And you could hear the guy trying to say, let's go. The driver's outside. And she's saying she don't give a damn about the driver. So these two men, they probably like, I'm not about to put my hands on her. Then it looks like, you know, I'm grabbing up Blac Chyna. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here recording it, making a mockery of herself. Hell, I would sit there and let her make a fool of herself too. It was her. That was her business to get that high. Just make sure that my check clear. Just make sure you didn't snort my whole paycheck. Because then I'd be forced to speak out. So as long as my check clear, you can snort till you can't snort no more, Chyna. You can drink till your kidneys and liver fall off. Just make sure the money is there. And I'll stand here. Make sure nobody put their hands on you. Make sure nobody touch you. Now, if they record you and all this and the third, that's on you. You sit your high ass there and do what you need to do, baby. Meanwhile, you doing a whole vaccine, COVID rant with no mask on. With no mask. What sense does that make? I would just have shut up and got where I was going. This was an unwarranted attack on the airport because Blac Chyna, in my opinion, was under the influence of multiple substances. People have said allegedly she gets so high that she doesn't even remember her name. They said she gets so drunk, she's never been the same. Do you not remember when Tokyo Tony came on the show and she told me that she didn't really want to put Blac Chyna in, but she was talking about how Wendy Williams and Blac Chyna were getting high. Now I believe her. Tokyo, come get your daughter. She's falling apart. Blac Chyna, get it together, baby. You're looking a mess out here. You're looking a fool. And we're not laughing with you. We're definitely laughing at you. The trans community is up in arms at Dave Chappelle. I actually spent yesterday watching the Dave Chappelle special, and this is probably going to be a very quick segment because I'm gonna be honest. As a gay person, I thought it was a kiki. You know, I thought, you know, I'm not trans, so I can't tell the trans how to feel. A lot of trans women are, you know, from all different black trans, white trans from all over are feeling the way towards Dave Chappelle. They feel offended. They feel attacked. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it was comedy. It was dark humor. I mean, he talked about coming in a pastor's face. He talked about women. He talked about LGBT. He talked about trans. So he literally talked about everybody. So for me, I really wasn't that bothered by the situation, to be honest with you. It didn't really feel like a targeted attack. However, I could see why a lot of the members from maybe the LGBTQ and the trans community feel away, because when people do this, a lot of people in the straight community, they do like to, you know, mask their disrespect and homophobia in this ideology that gay people are somehow overly sensitive. And that's the only thing I do not agree with, is that all of our problem and all of our frustrations are not based in sensitivity or our feelings being hurt. No, it's more about respect me as you want me to respect you. And when you disrespect me, that doesn't mean my feelings is hurt. That just means I was disrespected and I'm letting you know, don't play with me. But there's this narrative that gets pushed that gay people are this ultra sensitive minority group that if you don't like something they say or like something that they do or this, that, and the third, their feelings get hurt and then they want to cancel you. And I just don't think that that's the right narrative to try to push, because that's not the reality. It's more on the lines of, if you disrespect me and if I could feel that you have a malicious intent behind it, or it's root, or whatever you're doing is rooted in homophobia, then I have a problem with it. You know what I mean? I don't just wake up and just, feel away. Being in this lifestyle, first of all, being black and then being gay, you have to develop tough skin in general. So everything is not bass and sensitivity. It's more so, don't play with me and I won't play with you. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I didn't feel a way about the Dave Chappelle situation. I thought it was a bit funny. You know what I mean? At some parts, I thought it was a bit boring. But for the most part, it was comedy. Okay, so there's been an update in this Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty, and Jennifer Hough lawsuit case. So let's get into it. Nicki Minaj's lawyer responds to witness intimidation lawsuit. Okay. Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty have reportedly responded to the witness intimidation lawsuit brought against them. After Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty failed to respond to Jennifer Hough's witness intimidation lawsuit, Hough filed a $20 million default judgment against the couple. Finally, resulting in a response from Minaj's lawyer, Petty was convicted of first-degree attempted rape on Hough in 1995. Hough's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, says that he's heard back from Hough's lawyer, referencing an email that requests Blackburn grant an extension for the couple to respond. I said no, Blackburn told the Daily Beast in an email. I told him to prepare his opposition to my request for default judgment and explain to the court why his client and her husband believe they're both above the law. Hough, who was anonymous previously because of her age at the time of the conviction, came forward in March to tell the Daily Beast that the couple began pressuring her to recant her statement from 1995 because Petty had just missed the deadline to register as an offender in the state of California. Hough claims the couple has made several attempts and bribes and threats. I was never a fan of bullies, Hough told the Daily Beast at the time. I taught my kids, you don't be a bully and you don't stand around and watch somebody be a bully. And I guess that's how I feel in this situation. Okay, so Nicki Minaj has responded to Jennifer Hough. Okay, she's got her lawyer to respond and they're asking for an extension. But I would have asked for an extension too after she went and filed that $20 million. Okay, so Nicki, they were trying to act like they didn't see it. They were trying to act like they didn't hear, but Nicki didn't want to pay that $20 million. That 20 million's default, that got some lawyers on them. So now we're moving in the right direction, and now we can see where the truth lies. Does it lie with Jennifer or does it lie with Nicki? So a lot of people were adding me saying, well, Nicki didn't respond. Nicki didn't respond. Here's an update. Nicki has responded with a lawyer. Now it's just going to see if the extension will be granted. So we'll see how this all unravels and unfolds. I guess later on here, but it's all a mess, child. And I'm quite frankly at this point where I'm like, I'm almost over it. It ain't even really gotten started. So we'll be following this case, and I'll let you know what goes on. So until next time, I want you guys to keep that same energy, and I'll see you niggas soon. Peace out.